Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed so far, please hit the subscribe button and follow this channel for future new videos. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk a little more about med studies in detail, as many people ask me about my med studies, especially on my Instagram channel. I will link you the channel here so you can check that one out as well, but chances are you have found me through my Instagram channel anyways. So let us start. In the last video I talked a little more about in general how the studies go and whether or not you should study medicine, and today I want to focus on some of the time periods during your medical studies, or at least what mine looked like during my medical studies in Graz in Austria. So during the first few semesters, as I already said in the last video, there's a lot of non-medical stuff going on. So there's chemistry, biochemistry, physics, and so on and so forth. And you get a little demotivated because you are not here to study physics, you're not here to study chemistry, but to become a doctor and to study whatever, cardiology, urology, you name it. But you have to go through those times and it gets better and better. So after a while you start with anatomy, and it does seem overwhelming because there's so much to study, there's just so much to learn, and the people who are there, people who are going to test you, they are crazy. I mean, people in anatomy, I don't know what is going on, but they are just not the friendliest people on earth. Probably has to do something with, I don't know, cutting dead bodies open every day. Maybe that makes you a little strange. I don't know. I don't want to judge. I don't want to talk smack about anybody. That's just the way it is. Probably in your country as well, I'm not sure. So anyways, it is very interesting to learn about the human anatomy and about the human body. And you will need a lot of that knowledge later on in your studies and in your career as a doctor. So take it seriously. After that, usually you're confronted with physiology. So you start to learn about how the body works, how the organs work, how everything is connected, and what happens if something is wrong and if some diseases occur, what are the malfunctions of the different organs and body parts. So it gets a little more into a medical area, I would say, and this makes it very interesting to see and to watch and to learn, and you stay motivated, or you get new motivation for your future semesters. After that, when you start your clinical routines, you will learn about different, well, let's say, medical fields. So in Austria, during my studies, the most difficult parts were anatomy, for one thing. That is where a lot of people lost a lot of time. Luckily I didn't, but I know many people who lost time there. And then pathology was a huge thing. So we had one whole semester full of pathology, which was separated in 3 parts, and it was horrible. That was the most difficult time of my studies. So during this semester, I studied about 8 to 12 hours a day, and I just stopped studying to eat, to sleep, and probably to do some exercise or go for a run. And that was it for about 3 or 4 months. So after that, I didn't feel myself. I didn't feel that well. I was stressed. I was permanently stressed. I did lose some hair at that time. And that was not fun, I have to say honestly. So probably I had too much stress for myself because I wanted to pass those 3 exams by all means, because I already had plans for the summer and I would not want to cancel any of those plans, so that I could take another test again, which you would have to study some weeks for. And you needed to pass all of those exams in order to start the next year. So there was no option, so I studied a lot, and well, that was really hard. But all other semesters were not comparable to that one. There were fields where the stress level was similar, but usually those small fields were followed by maybe a field that is not so bad, and so you had way more free time. So that was okay later on. In general, you do have a lot of free time and enough leisure time for your hobbies and so on, and also to party if that is of importance for you. So do not worry. I even found time to do some other studies next to medicine, so it's not always that hard. But that one particular semester, it was just nuts. Yeah. Well, during the clinical rotations, you will learn about the different medical fields, and we had a program where we were confronted with those medical fields for a short period of time, so usually just about 6 weeks. So that is not a lot if you think you have to study inner medicine in 6 weeks, but you get a nice overview from most medical fields, so that was pretty much okay. So usually we had to study, we had lectures and seminars, and then we usually had some practical parts as well, where we went to the university clinic and we were accompanied with doctors or professors, and we went to see patients, and we were able to discuss the things we learned or do some practical stuff there. So you get both of it. But during the studies, as I said in my first video, you usually just get a lot of theoretical input and not that much of a clinical routine. That is what you will get later on in the life as a doctor. So after 5 years of theoretical knowledge and studying, we started our practical year. So during the last year, you just do work at hospitals. So you work in different medical fields, and you do not get paid that much or nothing at all. During my time, I had half of my practical year unpaid, which is not that great because you work there full time, and you do most of the job you would do as a young doctor. So that is not fair, and they did change it so you get paid now in most places, but still not that much. So we have to live with that. It's not okay. I don't think that this is fair in any sort of sense, but it is that way and we have to deal with it. And after that, you are finished, you get your degree, and you can prepare yourself for life as a doctor. Okay, I hope you had fun, and I hope this video was interesting. If you have any further questions, please comment down below. Also comment if you liked or disliked the video, and especially comment why you liked it or why you did not like it. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any of my future videos. Also check out my Instagram account, and have a wonderful day. See ya.